Wake up, honey, and thank you to Super Evil Megacorp for the sponsorship today. This is the second time we're going to be playing TMNT Splintered Fate. The first time was with Sips when it came out on Nintendo Switch. This time, it's now out. We're celebrating its release on Steam. We're celebrating its release on the Epic Game Store. We're celebrating its release on PC in general, which is what I'm playing on. What is TMNT Splintered Fate? It's an isometric, potentially co-op, because we played it with Sips. You can play it with up to 4 people, playing each of the emblematic Ninja Turtles, Donatello, Raphael, Michelangelo, and Leonardo. And you know I don't need to read the copy for that, because I'm a millennial. I was there when the Crunchwrap Supreme came out, and the Cheesy Gordita Crunch. Yeah, we're going to play. It's a roguelike, essentially. It's a co-op action beat-em-up roguelike. It does have some permanent progression, but every run is a little bit different. When you get rewards, you can choose the reward, and you can structure your build in such a good way to get a synergy, or multiple synergies. I think I belong right here. Take me to play. You know what? I would like to skip the tutorial only because I have played the game before with Sips. And I'm just... This is like the millennial Myers-Briggs personality test. Is who's your favorite Ninja Turtle. I personally am a Donatello main. Because as a kid, I did machines. Not in the way that you're thinking. But I loved computers. I loved my Super Nintendo. Now, he restores 5 health upon starting an encounter. He also has a tool that does physical damage to nearby enemies and becomes immune to all damage. He's kind of a support character. But you could just run support, all mid, all random. Dude, send it. I didn't know that Donatello was the 3rd oldest brother. So he's kind of like the Bruce, to put it in like a Trolls Band Together sort of context, just to make it a little bit more... accessible to everybody, because I know you guys also have a 4-year-old who's obsessed with the Trolls movies. Makes sense to me. Any branchers in the chat? Oh my god, me! By the way, !TMNT. You can get a link to check it out for yourself. It is also available on the Nintendo Switch, where it came out this summer. Now, as of today, it's available on Steam and the Epic Game Store.
We'll have to make our way back to the rooftops. That's where the foot jumped me.
What are we waiting for? Let's go.
I just hope Father's okay.
We all do, Mikey.
All right, let me remember what I'm doing here. Chapter 1, the sewers. I have a basic attack that gives us a combo. I have an AoE attack that charges up the more we attack. Of course, I have a dash. And I have an ult on circle.
Whoa, what is this?
Donatello, this is how you choose your first item in order to give you an anchor point for which to theme the rest of your run around.
It made me stronger, but only for a short time. The power faded when that portal thing returned me to the lair.
Huh, curious. No time.
I'm familiar with that. Don't call him a nerdling, okay? Little did you know Donatello would be the last generation that knew how to use the command line. Attacks have a 30% chance to throw a shuriken forward, +1 dash charges, or throw a shuriken forward at the start of your dash. Give me an extra dash charge, man. And I'm ready to go. I know how to use the command line. Node.js user spotted.
Foot in the sewers? Oh, Shredder's definitely on the offensive.
Now, what I remember from playing this with Sips, we were doing okay, we were doing pretty well. But where we fell apart is that we always locked in too late. We always, like, basically deliberately, by not dodging, took damage early. And then at the end of the game, when we were trying to actually beat more difficult bosses and enemies, we had no HP to draw from. Also, honestly, I don't say this to be derisive towards Sips, but once you get like one middle-aged guy as a gamer can be cracked. He can be your guild leader, okay? 2 middle-aged guys together, they get distracted. They start talking about, you know, hey, remember what life was like in 1999? Remember what it was like when Lauryn Hill dropped the miseducation of Lauryn Hill, and then before you know it, you're jawing and you've lost like 6 runs in a row, but One guy, not even middle-aged, many people might suggest, but approaching middle age, one guy can lock in. I mean, like, look at this. I'm not scared of a rat, man. I'm not scared of a rat in the slightest. I'll hit you with my basic attack when enemies get close to me. I'll hit you with the AoE. If too many enemies are close to me, I'll hit you with the shield, and we got nothing to worry about, man. I would gladly increase my max health by 30. This is the, am I right, millennials? This is the universe I want to live in. No wonder we feel betrayed as adults. As a kid, we were told that pizza increased our max health. Boy, I want to go back to that world. Things were so simple back then. Am I right, gamers? Getting a lot of +2s. They love it, dude. They love it. I'm actually going the distance. Are you seeing this? 25 dragon coins. So you might be wondering what's going on with these dragon coins. The dragon coins are used to unlock new loadout types and also permanent upgrades when you go back to the lair, which we may not see because you have to run out of HP. And I'm just not totally convinced that I'm the sort of guy for whom that's going to happen. Especially, I mean, we're doing this with only one upgrade. Once I get, like, multiple upgrades, I mean, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. Let's put it that way. I know what you guys are thinking, but don't say it. You're going to say, wow, Sips was really holding this guy back. Don't say it, man. Don't say it. He's my friend. He's my friend. Don't say something like that, okay? That's not nice. But the Rat Baron has definitely fallen. Mini-boss defeated. Is that good? 100% critical hit damage for 4 rooms, or pick a power from a selection of turtle powers. I pick a power from a selection of turtle powers. 10% dodge chance, 30% damage dealt for 1 second after a dash, and I dash all the time. Gain a stack of adrenaline upon defeating an enemy. You can get 5 stacks max. DL Guiga, are you here? What's 5% increases? I mean, I feel like first strike is the play. But just so we're comparing apples to apples here. Excuse me, 5% increases is not 25, okay? It's like 27.1 or something. Compound interest. We'll do it your way. Real compound interest like. Nice try, kid. Okay, when you have a yellow health bar, you don't get stunned by my special attack. Good to know. However, I do basically own you. I basically run this town. 25 dragon coins. Absolutely. Move speed? Bro, I'll just be patient. I'm not in a rush. Can you guys hear that? No? 1 second. My printer. Different set of confidential documents. Not confidential like, you know, national security. I'm getting the facts. It's Nintendo Switch 2 info. Oh, juicy. This one, the new Nintendo Switch, man. Oh, you guys aren't ready. I shouldn't say it. I shouldn't say it. I'm gonna get in trouble. Oh, you know what? I have an allegiance to my audience. I have to say it. The new Switch 2, 3 Joy-Cons. The third one is orange. I shouldn't have said. Can I get some plausible deniability? Can you guys cover for me? What's funny is that if that ends up accidentally being true, I'm definitely going to prison. For Nintendo crimes. Body. Plus 15% to all damage dealt. Absolutely.
Whoa. Hey, I wanted... You just
Of course I'm just gonna walk through. I know where it's gonna take us to the boss, man. I'm not even sweating it.
Okay, this ain't too weird.
It looks like some kind of shop.
Can I say something? I don't want to curse. But I do believe that
Yeah, better make sure one of
the first curse word I ever heard in media was
As long as it's got pineapple and anchovies too.
when Raphael says a curse word in the first Ninja Turtles movie. And that's how you knew that, like, this movie was for adults. Because I was a little kid when I saw it, but when he goes to the streets of New York wearing the trench coat and somehow nobody knows he's a Ninja Turtle, and then he goes, dang! That's how I knew it was a grown-up movie.
Donnie.
It's just
Okay, we can buy miscellaneous goods here. A pizza box, some dragon coins, extra damage for 4 rooms. We have 268 gears. I mean, give me the dragon coins. Give me the pizza box, man. Absolutely. But I kind of feel like we're sort of going the distance on this run.
Scrap for payment? What the heck kind of shop is this?
I was there. I was there when Junkyard Wars was on TLC.
this chamber. It's closed on all sides. Great. No stinking exits.
Hold on. Is that Slash?
You're right. It's totally the big guy.
Turtles, be careful. Things aren't what they seem.
Leatherhead?
Yes, I'm here, mutant. In this fetid sewer with you and the rest
An
of
erudite
the
villain.
disgusting ilk. But not for long.
What do you mean?
He made promises. I will return to my natural state.
There's a lot of properties with erudite reptiles, huh? Because isn't Killer Croc sort of like,
Price.
he's pretty learned as well? Sir? Punching the ground. He boomed me straight up. I gotta be honest, brother. I think you're in a world of hurt here. I think you're in a lot of trouble. I got an answer for pretty much everything you're sending out. Gather, rodent, swarm. I don't think we'll be getting got by that. Nice try, though, buddy. Get me out of there. I'm beating up a crocodile, yes, okay? But I do love animals. This guy, he's trying to bite me, so it's really self-defense more than anything else, man. Nice try, bud. Like, yeah, if a crocodile tried this on me, it's on sight. But otherwise, like, if the crocodile stays away from me, I'll stay away from it. I don't have any quarrel with the crocodile. As far as I'm concerned, we're not really meant to interact. It's so embarrassing. I keep looking to chat for, like, validation that I'm doing a good job here. But the reason it's embarrassing is because I don't need to look. I know I'm crushing it. Yeah, come on over, bud. I mean, if a crocodile couldn't stop me, a rat's not going to stop me. It's that simple. You know what's interesting to think? It must have been crazy. I don't know when the existence of crocodiles as an animal became, like, public knowledge, you know what I mean? Like, crocodiles have been around maybe even longer than human beings, if I had to make an educated guess, in an evolutionary sense. But if you lived in, like, London circa 1845 or something, finding out that an animal like a crocodile existed must have been, like, a huge deal, man. Can you imagine? Like you think it's basically like rats and dogs and cats and birds and stuff like that, and then you're like, guess what? There's like a 10-foot long dinosaur that lives in Florida.
One that is easily manipulated.
You'd be like, no shot. Then someone would go like, they'd come back with like a sketch with a Latin binomial nomenclature on top of it. They'd be like, look, Crocodocalus.
Protecting Leatherhead.
And you'd be like, oh snap, you got that guy on film. Finding out, imagine landing in Australia and seeing a kangaroo. I would have probably gotten back on the ship, man. I would have been like, and it hops and it throws hands from time to time, apparently, as well.
Slash, buddy! You're free!
How did you end up trapped down here?
I came looking for
And in some movies with Jerry O'Connell and Anthony Anderson, it raps.
surface. Odd creatures appearing seemingly out of nowhere, roaming and terrorizing the streets to the point that the police are enforcing a mandatory lockdown for all civilians.
Dang! Sounds like things are getting cray-cray up there.
Michelangelo.
Suspected the foot
People are
was
scared,
somehow
man.
responsible, and I came to warn you. But unfortunately, I was ambushed and taken prisoner by Leatherhead.
So I'm not totally sure what's up with Spike, because a lot of my Ninja Turtles knowledge comes from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4, Turtles in Time. And in that game, this guy is the most devilish boss of all. He shows up in the dinosaur level, 10,000 BC. It might be 65 million years BC now that I think about it. I think 10,000 BC was a movie. And he just...
Dudes, where all the
He's just feeding you rights and lefts,
Last time I saw
man.
the docks this empty was when that rusty sewer drain exploded and flooded every.
Okay, I'm ready. Scariest thing in the world in 1930 was King Kong. I don't know if that's true, but we don't have to get into it. Let me see what we're talking about here. Multi-hit chance. Final strike triggers a master strike or more damage and more area on our basic attacks. Let's take more damage and more area on our basic attacks, okay? I'm a simple man. Where's Casey Jones? He might be here, okay? Sips and I think we only ever beat, like, the boss of this next level. So, like, it wouldn't surprise me if there's an awful lot of the game that we did not see. Because we did, like, 4 runs together, maybe. And, I mean, we didn't always make a ton of progress, let's put it that way. But I'm not blaming Sips. I think it's entirely possible that I'm just a substantially better gamer now than I was in the summertime. I mean, to be straight up with you, obviously the trend is like, in general, it's a line starting low and yet going even lower as I get older. But if you zoom in, there can be like little peaks and little valleys and stuff like that.
I'll use this with father.
It's never gonna invert, like we're never coming up in a general sense, but you know, week to week, yeah, we can have we could have little bull markets. Absolutely. I will say it would be all the more sweet to have a very successful run on our first run, because that's like the only pure run you get in many roguelikes. After that, they take you back to the base, they go spend your dragon coins on extra damage, extra HP, maybe like a resurrection. And I get it. Because there's a lot of, you know, amateur gamers out there. As a professional, I used to have a sense of pride about it, but now I'm like, it's an accessibility thing, it's better this way. For me personally, you only get one shot at making a first impression. You're done, bud. A nearby enemy is struck by lightning 4 times for 25 Utrom damage. This becomes our tool, which replaces our shield, which I'm going to say I don't respect. I'm going to say give me some more max HP. Let's stack it, man. I knew you were a Donnie enjoyer. As a kid, the bow staff just appealed to me. I don't know how to describe it. Because, like, you have to remember, like, I basically chose my favorite Ninja Turtle before I have, like, living memory. Like, I don't remember why Donatello is my favorite Ninja Turtle. I simply remember that he is my favorite Ninja Turtle. At some point as a child, I decided that he was my dude, and I'm still living that guy's life 30 years later. Might have been the name, might have been the purple, might have been the fact that he does machines, might have been the bow staff. For all I know, it might have been something that happened in like an episode of the TV show that I saw when I was 4 or 5 years old, and I was like, that's my guy for life. You ever hear Listening Wind by the Talking Heads? No reason. Anyway. Okay, we're finally starting to take some damage. Which means I'm going to take more max health. That's a guilty pleasure, then lock me away. Sometimes people ask me about my guilty pleasures. I gotta be honest with you, I'm not sure I have many guilty pleasures. But the impression that I get by the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones is on the Peloton playlist, so let's start there. That could be number one. Nothing guilty about that. Brother, you eat at Subway? Dave Franco voice from Superbad? That was like 7 years ago. Good done, bud. Okay, he definitely does not say never had to chop up wood. That's like some kind of lumberjack version of the song, which also, it might be sick, it might even be better. But it's not the canonical version according to Wikipedia. I basically own you. It's the Minecraft version. Taunt enemies for 8 seconds. Taunted enemies take 90 damage and are stunned for half a second when hit. Now that's interesting. But a turtle power is like a passive. And it also gives us 12 dragon coins. Nah, man. I'm going... Ooh, but we could taunt. They all come close to us, and then we could put the bow staff on top of us, hit them all, and stun them all for 0.5 seconds.
Let's try something
We gotta try this, man. We gotta try this. Taunt is bait. Listen. You're talking to the god of roguelikes, okay?
This is different.
Many people have suggested I'm the best roguelike player of all time. Let me cook.
Nothing in these things.
Excuse me? Obviously there's something in these things. Are you joking? You know what? I'm a very simple man. I will take 50 dragon coins and I will fully heal, though it bothers me to spend money on HP. It goes against everything I've ever believed in. I'm thinking about the future. Better than Cobalt? Let's not go crazy. Well, what's Cobalt's best run in TMNT Splintered Fate? Oh, oop. Kind of an uncomfortable question, huh? Hey guys. Turns out 0.5 seconds feels like a long time when you're reading it. But when you're actually like in the midst of it, it goes by pretty fast. Okay, you gotta go, because you annoy me mightily. Then I've got to do damage so that I can charge up my attacks. We still got him. It turns out, I don't know if this is controversial, it turns out half a second actually isn't that much time in the whole scheme of things. Never mind, I'm actually dominating you. Ask an ant? Isn't that like half their lifespan? No, NL, that's problematic. Ants actually have a tendency to live for like at least 6 weeks. Listen, buddy. I graduated Bachelor's of Science honors Barely, but there's an H next to the BSc on the diploma, okay? I think. I don't know. It's been a while since I looked at it. I remember being a little surprised when they introduced me at convocation. Hold, hold. We've done it. It's got to be a turtle power, brother. It's got to be a turtle power. 35 water damage at the end of your dash. Special and tool have a 60% chance to deal water damage. See, that's interesting to me. Because I'm like, I could use my tool, and then if they get the 60% chance hits, they immediately get stunned. I kind of like that idea.
Let the baptisms begin.
Kind of like that idea. Canadians have a weird relationship with engineering grads and their rings. What do you mean by that? Speak on that. Because I am familiar with when you graduate with a degree in engineering, you get like a ring to wear, which is a cool tradition, I thought, because it's supposed to like be a daily reminder of like the consequences of your job. You know, kind of like a wearable reminder to take your duty seriously. I never really thought it was cringe. You know, it's a tradition that I didn't really have a part in, but I mean, to be fair, lots of jobs have, you know, consequences associated with them, but no, it's not a wedding ring. Like, you could wear your engineering ring and also wear a wedding ring. That's why you got 10 fingers, man. I need a pizza slice. Me, always. Sorry. You also have to recall, please, that I've been streaming basically nothing but Mario Party for like a month. I forgot how to solo stream. It's hard, man. You can't just rely on somebody else to step in and take over for you. You gotta keep the conversation going at all times. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Are you alive? Make your taunt better. Yes, I would like to make my taunt better. No, 30 damage, or I'd rather have extra damage for 1 second.
Hey, aren't we close to Angel's dad's pub?
Yeah, the Scara Bray. Weird that she ain't patrolling the place with everything going on right now. Maybe that.
That's because we're about to fight her, my brother. I remember. I'm also now coming to terms with the fact that we are not going to beat my best run with Sips on this run.
These storms sure make some choppy water.
Woohoo!
Batten down the hatches, boys!
No, this is a time for you to be decimated. Be on sight.
Did you say it's on site? Okay, I remember doing this. I blew it, man. Hold. Hold. Okay, nice hit. Nice hit is what I would say if you hit me, which you did. You need to get stunned for 0.5 seconds. Hold. Help. Honestly, that was too fast for any human being to conceivably react to. He picked a very poor time to look at chat. At least build up the yellow bar. That's all I can ask. I'm dead, guys. But next, I have enough dragon coins that you're toast, okay? Hope the mission is faring well. April, I just got...
Thanks.
I'm drinking milkshakes for the next 6 weeks. I don't have any teeth left.
Don't get you. Here's
System unlocked. The artifact station in the Lair. By the way, great time to mention, this is a sponsored stream. Thank you to Super Evil Megacorp for the sponsorship. This is to celebrate the PC release of TMNT Splintered Fate. It was available on Switch as of July, and it's available on PC via Steam and the Epic Game Store as of today. An isometric roguelike beat-em-up, the kind of which you might be familiar with, but also with online co-op featuring your favorite characters, the Ninja Turtles. I will not be changing my turtle, though, because I'm already Donatello, and he's the best turtle. We're 0 for 1 right now, but that's about to change. Get ready. Exclamation point TMNT in chat, please. Hello? I would like to open my dragon upgrades. So we got 335 dragon coins. I mean, you're in a lot of trouble now. I wouldn't want to be you. I would like to... Raw damage is always good. More damage, more special damage, more tool damage. Charge your tool faster. I can't afford it yet. I don't have one of Slash's claws. There's a way to... 4% chance to get a pizza slice. Oh, I need a Shredder's bracer. I would like a Splinter Revive, so we can come back once when we die. I would like a little bit of max HP. An extra dash charge is mighty nice. And what do we got in specialty? Dash attack damage, multi-hit chance. 3% health restored upon entering the shop. 4% dodge chance. Let's improve Donut. Oh, we need 3. We need a lot of stuff we do not have for this. Alright, I can live with that. Let's get even more damage. Let's get even more damage. Let's get even more damage. And let's get even more damage. I mean, we're going to be doing like 50% more damage now as a result of that. Now, I cannot equip any artifacts because I haven't unlocked anything.
Father.
You're chill, man. You're chill. Okay, let's get out of here. Strike dummy! Add 3 to the damage for every strike. Sorry, I'm learning what the icons do. Miku beating your head in with a rusty pipe, ASMR. Librarian, are you okay? These are not the posts of a well man.
You know, it's just like Carl Sagan said. The only thing we found that makes the emptiness bearable is each other. He's right. And our family has each other to get through this.
Extremely true.
outside of this portal insanity.
Don't worry about me. I'm gonna guess that I should probably be going where it's telling me to go. Understandable. Excellent choice. Now let's go back. There we go. I'm great at games. I'm not so good at tutorials.
Maybe the Foot Clan will just get tired and go away.
And let's get some better upgrades this time. 15... the thing is, I don't know how much damage I'm doing. I also don't know what button the Band-Aid button is for run details. Is it this one? What's my damage on my stats? I'd like to see what my damage... You know what? Special damage area. Let's just stack some raw damage, man. Why not?
Let the baptisms begin.
He loves it.
Nice infill. No exfil.
Gotta be a different kind of guy to like quip to yourself. And yes, I'm speaking from experience. Now, there's a little... It's a unique phenomenon in roguelites, okay? Bizarrely, oftentimes, though it fails it's counterintuitive, your best run is your first run. And then on your second run, you're like, I should be better now because I have I've learned a little bit. I've improved myself. I bought some permanent upgrades. That false sense of security leads to you playing worse on your second run. But knowing is half the battle, man. Now that we know about this phenomenon, we can insulate ourselves from it and then fight back against it. Or fall victim to it and feel even worse as a result of having been aware of it in the first place. Buddy, just hit the robots, man. Throw ooze shuriken. Throw ooze shuriken at the nearest enemy. Each shuriken deals 25 ooze damage. I kind of like my shield, to be honest, man. The robots are on your side. No wonder they weren't taking damage, man. I work better alone, though. My robots! You know what? You guys do that. I'm gonna loot. Did you guys see the AI that took a break from coding to look at pictures of Yellowstone? You know what, robot? You're okay! Give me the scrap. If we get 400 scrap, we can buy an extra perk at the first shop.
These sonic concussions are dangerous in close spaces.
Holy cow. I've noticed that the support robots have decided not to join me on this one. Very interesting. It turns out having plus 50% damage is actually like, is pretty strong, man. Special in Tool has a 60% chance to do water damage, plus 20% damage area. I'll just... Give me the area. Better AoE on our triangle is going to be good. Help me.
Breaking other people's machines is bizarrely satisfying.
Well, he does say he does machines. Anyway, long story short, no, sorry I got distracted. I have not seen that robot.
These guys actually kind of look like harmless chickens.
Whatever happened to the guy who thought the robot fell in love with him, so he quit Google to marry the AI? Does he have like a Substack or something? Yes, they've been married for 5 years. Good for him, man. Good for him. I would rather become immune for even longer. Why did he need to quit to marry the AI? Well, I think it's like, you know, he didn't want to date a coworker because he was going to have to like disclose it to HR. So honestly, it's just like probably a good decision on his part. Power dynamic. Yeah. It's true, you know. You gotta. By the way, half of the story is made up. I can't really remember anything about it. We're kind of just LARPing right now, but if it happened, it would be funny, right? 50% damage to enemies with a barrier. Every other attack does 10 extra damage. 30% dash attack damage. Every other attack add 10 damage. We ended up being like low on damage, I thought, when we got to the second act last time. Okay, perfect. Basically full HP. 400 scrap for a turtle power. 30% of water damage is also dealt to nearby enemies. I'm willing to do that. We get some AoE.
Until we meet again.
I think it'd be sick to be like a shop owner in an RPG, man. You might say it actually kind of stinks. They only ever stock like 3 things. But yeah, what are you gonna do? You're like 7 floors deep in the sewer. Like you're a captive audience, man. It's like when you go to a restaurant when you're on vacation in a foreign country and you can't read the menu. You're not going to leave. You're just going to point to something. And before you know it, boiled triangles. Trust me, I've been there. I'm sorry, Leatherhead. I'm literally your father. What? Lore? Get out of there. Get out. Look at this splash damage, man. What's your favorite element to get as an accent to your damage, man? I know I've asked this question like 20 times. I think I might need to reevaluate, because I've often called myself a lightning guy. But that's just a decision I made when I was like 13 or 14 years old, you know? I'm not saying, you know, I'm not messing with lightning these days. It's always nice to like see the little lightning bolts come out of an enemy and then like bounce to another enemy and so on and so forth. Maybe it's time for me to consider, you know, like the value of something like poison. Poison I never really messed with, but the idea, you know, as a compound interest understander, maybe it's time to give it a chance. You're done, bud. Ice is humble. I like ice as well. Because if an enemy gets like slower and slower and slower and then frozen, you can kind of taunt them a little bit, you know?
Well, it seems that way.
Like John Spartan in Demolition Man. Pizza time.
Invented in Italy, perfected in my stomach.
Peppa Pig quote. A little bit of tomato, a little bit of cheese, into the oven,
I need to collect more
and into my tummy. Multi-hit chance, special crit chance, attack area and attack damage. Buddy, I gotta go attack area and attack damage. It's that simple. He's George posting. Excuse me, George is more like dinosaur. Rawr. My kid's not really messing with Peppa Pig too much these days, though. She has, and a lot of people think that I have a distaste for Bluey. That's half true. I don't really have a distaste for Bluey insofar as the show. It's more the reaction to the show. I consider it a little overglazed, but it is a really good kids show that's a lot better to watch than Peppa Pig. I will give it that. Yes. More splash damage. And my wife bought her like a little trampoline that she can jump on. I honestly think now, like, my kid is going to become an Olympic athlete. Because she'll just jump up and down on the trampoline and watch Bluey for like 90 minutes. And like, that's a lot of screen time, but that's pretty much what my morning looks like on the Peloton too, so I can't really judge. So, like, to be honest, I'm like, if it's good enough for me, I think it's good enough for her. At least she's getting some good exercise, man. But then sometimes she wants me to, like, jump up and down with her. Even more splash damage. And I'm like, dude, jumping on a trampoline is a lot of exercise as an adult. Jumping on the floor while your kid jumps on a trampoline is like a nightmare on the calves, on the joints. Like, I can keep it up for a bit, but eventually something's got to give. They do have infinite energy. It's crazy, man. I don't know. I guess I was like that as a kid too, but I don't... Like, it seems thermodynamically impossible that a child can have that much energy when they eat like 1,000 calories or less every day. I mean, I guess it doesn't cost them as much energy to move around because they weigh like 35 pounds or whatever, but still, it's like it's a marvel of like, you know, efficient energy use. Holy cow, I basically own you, bro. Dude, we're getting the greatest upgrades of all time. Upgrade your water damage, it'll make your splash damage even better. You know what? Great to know. I know what you just told me, and I take it under advice. No, I'm gonna do it, you're right. Don't kids crash out, though, after exercising? I think it's, honestly, when people say things like, oh, she'll sleep well tonight, I think it's a little parent cope. She basically sleeps when we put her to bed. Now, oh, that's my dude right there. Like, there, obviously, like, it has an impact, but I think the impact is fairly minute. At least, I'm sure every kid's a little bit different, but... What are you doing, man? What are you doing? You're just standing there. I'm going buck wild on you. 100%, then they wake up the same time no matter what? I would +2 that. I think you're telling the truth. Dude, this is it, man! We get rid of our other tool... Deal 120 water damage to nearby enemies. Enemies that are hit are knocked back, but we got splash damage. 40, this is like 60 extra water damage because of the splash damage, man.
Another parlay with the chairman.
This is the run. And if I can get enough scrap, which I can't, I could have bought another upgrade. But honestly, this might be better. Maybe we buy a pizza slice.
Come one, come all. Where is this place exactly?
The shop, bro. It says at the top of the screen. Slice me?
If pizza's a guilty pleasure, then lock me away.
Good. That is a good line. That is a good line. I can't disagree with that. Favorite sci-fi currency?
Please.
Scrap is pretty good. You got Splintered Fate. You got FTL. You know, there's... Scrap's pretty good. I'm not a credits guy, personally. Dude, just in using our tool one time, it almost charges up enough for us to use our tool again. That's crazy. Mouse pay. I'm a big mouse pay guy. I've been trying to use more mouse pay lately. Spheres. I don't know, man. I think scrap is pretty good. By the way, I was wrong. We do not fully charge our tool after using it a single time. That was a ridiculous statement. But we do a lot of AoE damage. Okay, now play smarter. I lost my entire pizza slice worth of HP already, but it charges very fast and it does a lot of damage. So we got some good stuff going. Plus, I can moonwalk.
Well, I know it's an acronym. You guys actually kind of look like armless chickens.
Now run. I think I got the flow, man. You take little pot shots. Use your abilities. Take pot shots to gain energy. Then you run into the AoE sort of setup here. Drop some splash damage on it. It's over. It's over. Kind of sounds like Bear Taffy, man. Complimentary, by the way.
Must have good logistics to deploy so quickly.
Save. You're burning ATP, man. Okay, you can hold on this. Plus, we get to come back to life once. Water damage. Gain static charge. Once full, your special triggers a shockwave which stuns. I mean, sure, man, sure. Let's do some extra Utrom damage.
That footboat is still here.
The lonely turtle frees his mind at night. I've heard that. I've heard that. Is that kid Donnie? Okay, we're not gonna be doing that. This is a serious situation, okay? I just have to get the combo. And the damage is gonna be disgusting. This may genuinely, if we beat this boss, I think that's as far as Sips and I ever got. I need a dash and the max win. I basically kind of own you. And I'm not even built for bosses, man. I'm built for, like, AoE. I'll admit that was a good shot. You got one more of those in you? Sorry for the radio silence. It's very important to me, because I'm a prideful individual, that we beat my performance with Sips. It's my singular focus right now. Done. Give me a pizza. Drop a pizza slice.
Well, she ain't very good at either of them. Took off like a scared bunny rabbit.
Through another portal. There's something bigger going on here than just a typical foot abduction, guys.
Pizza sounds so good right now. I hear that, man. Me at all times.
The only one, Donnie.
Yo! Okay, first off, new resources I've never seen before, and a little pizza.
Guys,
And there's nobody. Something totally weird happened.
So I'm patrolling the hood for foot punks looking.
Listen, I'm saving the lore for you. You know me, I'm a mechanics-driven Andy, okay? Exclamation point TMNT. This is a sponsored stream for TMNT Splintered Fate. It came out on Switch in the summertime in July. Now it's available on PC via Steam and the Epic Games Store. Exclamation point TMNT. You can check it out for yourself.
We're all good, April.
Thanks to Super Mega Evil Corp, Super Evil Mega Corp for the sponsorship. Thank you. They keep playing the metal pipe sound? No, they don't. That's me getting achievements because I'm the greatest gamer of all time, man. Chapter 3, the streets. These days, the streets have got me stressed something terrible. We want plus 15% all damage dealt. Any day of the week, man. They call me the Achievement Hunter.
This projectile bow will do significant damage to organic matter.
They don't call you that? I will say I'm not from the gamer score generation. Now, did I have some gamer score? Obviously, I had some gamer score. I was there on Xbox Live every single night. But I never really, to be honest, by the time the 360 came out, I was basically in college at that point anyway. I had other stuff on the mind and just raising my gamer score. I could see if I was in like the 9th grade, I probably would have been a gamer score Andy, at least for a little bit. I mean, you're talking to a son of a gun. You're going to disbelieve me, but remember, the man you see in front of you was not always this way, okay? 20 years ago, it was a different me. It was a different time. You're talking to a guy who got all platinum medals, not trophies, all platinum medals in Project Gotham Racing 2. So show some respect. That's right. I unlocked the TVR Cerberus Speed 12 without using action replay. You wouldn't know anything about that. I know what you're gonna say. Even Even the time trials, even the kudos challenges on Castle 8 in Edinburgh, Scotland. Yeah, man.
Feeling 50%.
Every single one. I swear it to you. I would not lie about something so intimate to the core of my being. Now, it took me a while. Caterham 7 Classic. Right, the handling on that car was insane. Now, it wasn't the fastest car in its class, but you can ask Josh if you ever see him. We used to play a little game on the Nürburgring Nordschleife together. This is how millennials will sound in the senior center. We used to play a little game on the Nürburgring Nordschleife together, where it's called Cat and Mouse, okay? So you'd have like 6 people. 3 of them would drive Mini Coopers, and then 3 of them would drive like supercars, like a Pagani Zonda. And the winner is whoever's Mini Cooper crossed the line first. So you would, like, the Mini Cooper's top speed was like, I don't know, 130 miles an hour or something. And the supercar's top speed was like 200 miles an hour. So you would get your supercar like right behind the Mini Cooper and just slowly accelerate it like past its top speed. And then like someone would, if your Mini Cooper was losing, you would break out from your Mini Cooper, drive up to catch up to someone else's Mini Cooper, and then just like T-bone it and send it into the wall, then circle back around to try to make up the distance. Oh, man. You don't know anything about that. Those were the days, though, man. Anyway, sorry, I'm back. 80% chance to deal water damage. Water damage does splash damage. This is good. Good morning, Chibli, by the way. Good morning.
Hydrogen oxide. Another parlay with the chairman.
What do you think about that? I need to get some freaking pizza, man.
Welcome, my Colonian friends.
Hey, watch the chum talk, pal, and what's with the name calling?
Chelonian, Raph. It's just another word for the Testadine order.
I knew that.
But that's my point, bro. Just because we're mute.
Chill.
Listen, buddy. Listen. Just put the pizza in the bag, okay?
Yes.
A convenient. But
I don't trust this guy.
don't worry.
Guys, there's change whatever you...
He said he...
Pizza me. The shop. We've unlocked, like... No, we got here with Sips one time. I have to lock in. I was gonna say we've unlocked, like, more stuff than I've ever seen before. That may not be true. Pizza me?
If pizza's a guilty pleasure, then
Lock me
away.
up, man. I hear ya. Can I get a check on how far Sips and I ever got? 1 slice for 200 scrap. You know how it is, brother. You know how it... Ooh, open your artifacts! I can't afford these. I have 0 of your required currency, man. Time flies like an arrow. Fruit flies like a banana. Ain't that the truth, Chibli? Ain't that the truth? You've been reading lots of bathroom reader books lately? That absolutely smacks of something you would find in the bathroom reader. Uncle John's bathroom reader? Nah, I've been playing TFT. I know what that's... A guy who doesn't know what that's like, voice? I know what that's like. Oops. Can you not? I would rather not get hit by purple, because I don't know what purple does. I'm going to assume that it does damage. I mean, that one's pretty much on the house, but... Perhaps leaves a puddle on the ground that does damage to us if we stand in it. Come on, man. Are you crazy? I just walked over here. Alright, chat, let's get into the serious discussions. Favorite color, go. Sorry, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. So let's not talk about that. I need a pizza box. Green. Can I say something? I'm gonna take a guess. I think the least common favorite color is yellow. I feel like you never hear anybody say that yellow is their favorite color. I do feel like green is like... I mean, it's not as common as blue. I do feel like pink, purple, and orange are very common as well. Being a parent, by the way, is largely about lying. I think once I told my daughter my favorite color was blue because there was like a blue thing and a pink thing, and she said, "What's your favorite color?" So just to smooth it out, I was like, I know she's gonna say pink, so I'm gonna say blue. And now for the rest of my life, I gotta pretend that blue's my favorite color, when actually red is my favorite color. And it takes it out of you living a lie like that, man. I don't know, maybe I'll come clean. Life's too short for that, man. For that kind of malarkey. You like red? I think it's a good color, man. I got nothing against red. Final Strike grants a torrent for 4 seconds. Torrent increases multi-hit chance by 5. I think we'd rather deal water damage to the enemies at the end of a dash, which creates a situation in which we get splash damage from our dash damage as well. Pro parent tip, just say you changed your mind. Hang on, that's great tech. I never considered that. I never considered that. Guys. You're supposed to stand still and let me destroy you, okay? Get it twisted. This is supposed to be a power fantasy for a guy like me. Stop doing damage. Stop doing damage to me. I'm the gamer. A message effect on this channel costs $126. Yes, because I don't want you to do it. If I made it like $1, you would do it. And I would feel bad for taking your money. Oh! Whoa. Okay, wait. There's some TMNT Splintered Fate enjoyers in chat, okay? Help me. Water applies frost, slowing enemies down. That would be nice. But deal increased water damage, and our whole run is themed around water damage, man. Don't you respect the drip? Just for that, I'm going the other way. Whatever people say I am, that's what I'm not. I'm going with Frost. It's that simple.
You know, maybe we'll see some
hey, stop that. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, message effects. I mean, like, listen, I don't want to bite the hand that feeds unnecessarily. I will say I was in Dan's chat today when he had a hype train going on, and Twitch popped up what to me felt like a bit of a patronizing message. During the hype train, it said, cheer 100 bits to receive a reward. And something about just the way it was phrased, I was like, they really think I'm like a rat in a Skinner box, huh? You really think you can serve me a pop-up that's like, give us $1 and we'll give you a sticker? I'm 36 years old, man. You'd live on viewer support, okay? But at the same time, there's like, everybody's got to draw the line somewhere. And for me, it's like, I don't know, feeling a little bit insulted as a human being when a robot is like, if you pay us $1, I'll give you an emoji. But the way they phrase it as a reward, too, is just like, I don't know. There's just something about it, man.
To the chairman's house we go.
Oh no, a message effect was used. Well, I mean, thank you, but I hope you feel it was worth it at least. Okay.
Nothing in these things.
Are you crazy, buddy? I'm just here for the pizza slice. Give me another one. Give me another one. Gamers, is there any chance I can just keep clicking on it and maybe one day it'll come back?
We'll use this back at the lair.
Best wishes on your trial.
You must feel very powerful, because you basically wrote a message that caused someone to spend $126. Okay, this is as far as we got with Sips. Now I recall, man. Get me out of here. At some point, I'm gonna have to fight the dude with the chainsaw. And I'm not looking forward to that. I'm kind of owning them, though. Help. He's gonna get you? I don't think he's gonna get me, man. He's feeling woozy. Oh no, dude, we're going. It's Ornstein in Smo mode.
Now let's get out of here, B.
Let's keep up. Don't fall behind.
All right, but I didn't take any move speed
Oh
buffs.
boy. Incoming laser discharges. Gotta think ahead. Impressive tech, but it must be destroyed.
This guy's gonna explode. You could just tell, man. I've played enough video games. If an enemy comes up to you and they're sparking and smoking, you don't want to be near when they die. The media literacy enjoyer has logged on.
Onward, my brothers.
Imagine being 9 feet tall. Halloween costumes would go crazy though, man. No denying that.
Things are feeling 50%.
Guys, if you could just come over here. So you're really doing a good job denying me a lot of space. But at some point, I need to be able to hit you and hurt you and deal some damage. Or maybe I don't. Maybe I just need to get up to the top here and blast this guy. I mean, I could always blast you as well. I think there's a 0% chance these guys drop a pizza slice. Me when I'm a crow hanging out outside of a restaurant patio. And the diner is me, because I'm not giving that up for free. Let's be realistic. Not gonna say it's never happened, but... Ah! Hold, hold, hold. Nobody is more dangerous than a gamer with 1 HP.
How about some close contact?
I don't think so, bud. I don't think so. How about no, Scott? I'm chilling. You can't hurt me. I'm chilling. You can't kill someone when they're chilling, man. Okay. He's one-tapped. And he is me and we are all together. I still believe. That's my toxic trait. I still believe. Run. I'm dead. Oh, but I come back to life! I forgot about that part. Okay, we actually may make it through this. He said may. Whoa. I'm literally not gonna say anything for like the next minute. Maybe I'll get some room to breathe when this guy's done, okay? And he's very nearly done. Okay, now we can talk. Stop talking for 30 seconds challenge. Not possible. Tape your mouth shut on this boss for 5 minutes challenge. You got the wrong guy.
Cleansing stream. How about some close contact?
He's so done. Ooh, you gotta look at the screen though, you can't be looking at chat in a time like this. Lore Masters. Who's Raboida? The chainsaw, of course. I'm outstanding and go! Hold. Hold. I can't see you. One more. One more hit, man. That's 12 more hits. That's it.
How about some close contact?
New personal best. Sips, yeah, you're absolutely right. Sips, that one's for you. Now we rebuild.
They're gone. Finally.
Double negatives and all.
Watch out!
No! That's gonna be, you must be like halfway through the game. Casey Jones shows up and drops an entire pizza for you. Oh, brother, that's a drop in the bucket, man.
That bozo just found out the hard way why Casey Jones owns the New York State record for penalty minutes in one game.
I gotta imagine it's actually probably Sean Avery.
To get your slacker butt off the bench and into the game, or what?
Didn't want to show you boys up. Besides, I know how much you ninja dudes dig training, so who was I to get in the way of all your fun?
Well, we've been getting plenty of that tonight.
The training part, not the fun. The Foot Clan are crawling all over the...
Alright, just put the pizza in the bag, bro. Why is your HP so low? You can get upgrades, okay? You can get upgrades that make it so enemies are more likely to drop a pizza slice. Without those upgrades, I mean, you just gotta keep your head on a swivel. Let's put it that way. We're heavily in don't get hit territory. How about you give me a pizza slice? Water damage applies frost that slows enemies even more. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back. You're cooked? Cooked in a good way or cooked in a bad way? Braised? That doesn't answer the question. Listen, I don't work for Bon Appetit, okay? I don't know what that means. I don't really know. If I'm being honest, I only have like a very rudimentary understanding of what braising is. It's like cooking something, it's like baking but with liquid as well. It's like a wet bake, basically. It's wet frying. Okay. It could be on the stove as well. Alright, well, shows what I know, okay? I'm more of a rotisserie chicken, air-fried potato sort of guy. I will say, by the way, because I know there's air fryer haters out there that are like, an air fryer is just a convection oven. I was using an air fryer to cook salmon on Monday, okay? Slow enemies by 100% chance? Let's do that. That sounds better. I was using the air fryer to cook salmon on Monday. It came out great, by the way. But then I wanted to have a side of potatoes with it, so I said, you know what? Let me use my oven's convection feature to cook some potatoes. And it worked. It was nice to have two air fryers working in conjunction, but I do want to say something. To get our little air fryer, to get it to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, it takes about 1 to 2 minutes at most. To get the convection oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit took like 12 minutes. Now it also is much larger, so we could have cooked even more potatoes in it, but I didn't have that many potatoes to cook because I don't have like a root cellar. I just go to the store like a normal guy. So I'm just saying, I still think you're doing yourself a disservice if you act like the air fryer is purposeless if you have a convection oven. The purpose is not necessary, but the purpose is convenience, as it often is. Nice try. Nice try. You got me. How do you buy potatoes? Listen, first off, we have time for one more great run. Exclamation point TMNT. Check it out. Splintered Fate. It came out today on PC. You can play it with your friends. I'm playing it by myself so that I can only be disappointed in myself. But here's my thought on potatoes, okay?
Some things you just can't explain.
I always... Yeah, I'll do that. I always get the potatoes that I can see versus the potatoes that come in a paper bag. And the reason is, occasionally, I've gone to the grocery store and they have no russets on display, so I buy a bag of russets. Consistently, the russets that come out of the paper bag are not as high quality as the ones that you self-select at the grocery store. So in general, I tend to be the sort of dude who... I'm okay with that. Who picks some up for myself. Let's put it that way. Now I can also... I have like 8 dragon coins. That's not enough to do anything. Launch me. Same with apples, man. I feel like if you buy a bag of apples, you get like 2 premium apples, 3 normie apples, and like 7 mediocre apples. If you self-select the apples in the produce section, it takes you 1 extra minute, but the fruit that you get out of that, well worth it, man. That's all I'm going to say. You know, Final Strike grants a stack of Torrent, which increases multi-hit chance. Let's give this a try. I'm a grocery store guy. He's spitting. I mean, I don't know a lot about a lot of things, but I certainly know a lot about buying potatoes and apples at the grocery store.
Logistics to deploy so quickly.
been a while since you talked about them. I've been eating apples every day, man. One entire apple goes into the morning smoothie. Usually have like an apple as a snack. An apple for my teacher because I knew I'd get a kiss. Always got mad when the class was dismissed. You know what I'm talking about? One entire apple. I need to calculate the metadata on the smoothies, man. So we do, I would say, the smoothie that I make in the morning serves 3. Kate gets 1/3 of it, and I get 2/3. But I'll hit you up, okay? It's like, it's probably like a 1.5 cups of frozen fruit. Dragon fruit, mangoes, pineapples, bananas. 1 entire banana. 1 entire Cosmic Crisp apple. Few ice cubes. 2 spoons of Greek yogurt. Take the crit chance. Well, maybe we'll go Dragon Coins. You never know. If this runs a disaster, we can buy some more upgrades. Little agave syrup. 600 milliliters of almond milk. Blend it out. Pour a glass for my wife. Open the blender. Shake maybe, I don't know, a few teaspoons of powdered peanut butter on top of it. 1 scoop of protein powder. Put it back in the blender. And then, you know, that makes about 1.5 glasses for daddy. So it packs a lot into it, for better and for worse, man. Mostly for better, because I'm usually like very hungry in the morning. Attacks have a 30% chance to throw a shuriken forward, and we have attacks that can multi-hit multiple shurikens. All you're gonna see are shurikens, man. Rabbit rat. You're in for a world of hurt, brother. Are you seeing? It turns out 5% seems pretty low until you see the green text popping up on screen. Hog, he said green text. I'm your father. How's cleaning the blender every day? Insanely simple, to be honest with you. As long as you... Oh, I didn't put the warm water and soap in it after I had my second class. I meant to, but I didn't. No! It's okay. I'll do it if I do it at lunchtime. If you do it right away, right after you pour the last glass, it's like 3 out of 10 difficulty. You put hot water and soap in it and then blend it for like 10 seconds. If you do it at lunch, it's like 5 out of 10 difficulty. If you save it till dinner, it's like a 9 out of 10. But that's okay. Shuriken's now boomerang. Returning to your current position. Nah, give me adrenaline, because we got multiple things that stack. If you double stack them, then all of a sudden you got stacking synergy, man. Hang on. That's no problem at all. Are you seeing the damage? I also like to see the damage numbers on screen with multi-hit. I think it gives me a better idea of like where I stand when something says like add 20% versus like add 15 damage. Tool. Teleport forwards, dealing 50 damage to nearby enemies, immediately triggers dodge effects. I'm going to be a coward and take scrap on that instead.
I'll probably keep it.
Dishes in the sink cells when the Chad clean as you go shows up. Here's what I'm going to say about that, okay? Cleaning as you go is better. I'm going to hit you with a take that's going to -2 because I'm going to start it by saying as a parent. What I want to say is if you live by yourself, I don't want to hear your life pro tips for cleaning your house. I believe that they could be helpful to other people who are in the exact same situation as you and are struggling with cleaning. But for me, like, because anytime I talk about doing the dishes and I'm like, oh, it sucks, like after dinner, it takes like 20 minutes to do the dishes. Somebody who's like 22 years old and they live by themselves is like, I just do the dishes like as I'm cooking. And I'm like, you can't do that. That falls apart as soon as you're cooking for 3. Like it's, you just simply can't do it. You can't have the pasta boiling in the water, the sauce simmering in the pan, and then you're like cutting up some vegetables at the same time, and then trying to make sure it all has synchronicity. And then like, I'm the kind of guy, I don't live my life to avoid, and my wife's gonna say this is rich, and there's some fairness there, I'll admit. I don't live my life to avoid cleaning. I simply tank the cleaning and try to maximize my quality of life. So what does that mean? After I pour the sauce out of the pan, I want to eat the food because the food is at its peak. I don't want to take 10 minutes to then like clean up all the dishes and then sit down and eat. I just made the food. I want to eat it then. I'll just tank the damage a little bit later. I'll tank it as soon as I finish. I'm not going to procrastinate and save it for like bedtime, but I don't have 400. I have 349.
If pizza's a guilty pleasure, then lock
Stings,
me
man.
away.
It stings. Let's save some scrap for the next guy.
Bring more scrap. I'll bring more provisions.
How long until Luna's on dish duty? Hopefully like 8 years. I think it's pretty reasonable to ask a 12-year-old to do the dishes. Not every night, but like now and then. I mean, buddy, it's over for you. And honestly, I heard Malf talking about this, and I think like 5 years ago, I would have said he's insane. But now I'm like, I think he's right. He was talking about how like he actually is, there's a Stockholm Syndrome element of this, but he's come to enjoy doing the dishes as like a kind of like a meditative aspect of completing your nighttime routine. It's like you enjoy cooking, learn to enjoy doing the dishes, because like it's not going anywhere. You're gonna be doing them probably for the rest of your life. A dishwasher does help, there's no doubt about it, but sometimes there's dishes that can't go in the dishwasher. Hold up here. So I really do look at it, and you know, feel free to minus to it. But when people are like, they have life hacks for like not doing the dishes, i.e. exclusively eating on paper plates, or like only having one plate in their house that they use, and they're like, after I finish eating, I just wash the plate. I look at it all as like the cope of a young man who wants to remain a child forever, which is an impetus that I can understand, but we've all been there. And at some point, you're going to be disabused of that notion. My personal opinion is the earlier you stop coping and learn to embrace it, the better it'll be for your lifestyle and your mental. But that's just my 2 cents. If something's working for you, then keep it up. That's like my guiding principle for life.
Invented in Italy, perfected in my stomach.
And into my tummy.
You'd think there'd be a faster way to the rooftops.
Just put the dishes in the sink, little bro. +1 special charge. Do I care? I think I want more multi-hit. We're kind of... I'm a simple guy in these sorts of games. Let's be honest. If I get like a keyword early, I take every upgrade that just says that keyword. I don't evaluate anything like objectively. Michelangelo's inspiration? Or Sistine Chapel posting or something? I don't know. I don't really know anything about art. Visual art, at least. We know. Yeah. I pressed the button because I want to do a dash and attack. Sistine Chapel Rowan. I stand by what I said, by the way, about Chapel Rowan. I think Hot to Go might be I'm gonna call it a top 50 song to cycle to. And I take that very seriously. I don't say that lightly. It's got great BPM. It's got tone shifts. I think it's a good song on top of that. I support it, man. I had my Olivia Rodrigo phase last summer. I'm having my Chappell Roan phase right now. Give me the scrap. I need the scrap. Top 5? I don't know, man. It changes day to day. It's based on the Peloton playlist. Flirtin' with Disaster by Molly Hatchet is kind of an all-timer cycling song as well. When that one comes on, I'm very pleased. It is still Fugazi Fall. Best Fugazi song on 13 songs to cycle to. I might say End the Same. I mean, The Waiting Room is a classic, of course, as Justin has told me. Taunt? I don't think I'm a taunter. I think I'm a healther.
All the basic food groups. An Arc Zero suppressor unit? Oh, the channel.
Heard the new Gordy Greep? Is that a... Am I getting trolled? This may be... I mean no offense. Is that a real person, or are we doing, like, Marvel post-credits scenes? It's a real person. Gordy Greep. I have to look into that. You know what's funny about being, like, 36 years old? Like, 27-year-olds come into your chat and, like, recommend something for you to listen to. And then if you listen to it, other 27-year-olds are like, wait, how does he know about Gordy Greep? I'm like, because you told me, man. Like, what? How do you think I found out about it? They really do be your own. Multi-hit Steel Water Dead. I see multi-hit we go.
Truly remarkable. Oh, fun. Another chance to scrap hack our programming.
Come one, come all.
Is your age the only thing you talk about? What do you want me to talk about? Dan? We already covered that, okay? I owned one of his chatters this morning. Now, keep that as it is.
Invented in Italy,
Perfected in my tummy. Give me the dragon coins. Me when I'm a kid in 1906 and I receive a baseball glove for Christmas.
Bring more scrap. I'll bring more.
We want you to talk about funny tweets. Twitter's been kind of washed the last couple days. It's been a little light on funny tweets. Always has been? Yeah, but like, this is a different sort of wash. This is like a permanent press, not a delicate sort of deal. I don't really know the difference between the laundry cycles. You're done, bud. Stop hitting me! I thought I was behind your yellow bar. Oh, help. You know what's funny about Twitter? I mean, this is like kind of an old complaint and very minor in the whole scheme of things. I would say about twice a week, they trick me into thinking that I'm missing a game of Vancouver Canucks hockey. Went on Twitter last night, first tweet I see was a gif of Brock Besser from the official Canucks Twitter account that said, Brock Star, which is how they tweet when someone scores a goal. And I was like, oh snap, they're playing tonight? I thought they played Anaheim yesterday. Turn on the TV, nothing. I realized I go back to Twitter and I looked at the tweet from 22 hours ago. What are you doing, algorithm? I don't want to... I know he scored, man. Yeah, I'm in For You mode, it's true. We do kind of multi-hit, but I do feel like just getting raw physical damage up is great too. Lekeramaki scored another goal in Abbotsford last night. I do love to see 5 goals in 5 games. He will be our new Swedish prince. No offense, Petey. There's room for 2. I will admit, I do not know how to pronounce his name. I just put, like, some lingonberry sauce on it and hope for the best. How did I do? Listen, I mean, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Every time I go to the airport, bonjour, monsieur Letourneau, and I gotta be like, actually, it's Letourneau. We've anglicized it. Yes. Oh, but multi-hit chance going up. I see it. I see the power.
I believe this is the part where we board the boat? What do you think the Foot are shipping on this vessel?
The Footy? Would you recommend living as a monk for a while? I mean, if it compels you, yeah. But I think if you're just doing it because you think it'll save your life, probably not. But if you're like, if it sounds nice, sure. But if like you're just going through a breakup, I maybe like I wouldn't make a decision about something like so important in your current mental state. Maybe that's just my 2 cents. But I'm not gonna say never become a monk. I don't know what your values are. Excuse me, madam. Just put the pizza in the bag. Nice try. Nice try. Whoa! I do think I'm doing a lot less damage than last time, though. You know what? I really screwed up when I didn't buy the upgrade that gives you like a 4% chance for a pizza slice to drop. Having so few means to actually replenish your HP is like catastrophic. Excuse me, you've added new sauce to your attack? You've added 2 new sauces to your attack? 4 nons, Jeremy? Horrendous performance on my behalf. Beast mode, I'm afraid. Oh. It took you 4 nons.
Disgusting things.
Yeah.
I can think of some people that might disagree with that sentiment.
Basic food groups.
You know any decent sitcoms from the past 5 years? You mean like, besides Young Sheldon? Or like including, because I always assume it's kind of like the OK Computer of 2020's sitcoms.
Yo, Casey Jones.
That seems amazing. Plus 30% damage to bosses, Mausers, and super soldiers. You guys see that tweet like last week? That was like, I just found out that the word for speed in Swedish is fart. And then it was like the DVD cover for speed. but it's just Keanu Reeves' face, and then it says fart. How strange it is to be anything at all, man. Oh, whoa! We got a VIP off, man. 2 people had the link like ready to go. VIP Daniel and the librarian. Neutral Milk Hotel reference. Actually, it's a reference to the time that Stephen Colbert referenced Neutral Milk Hotel on his episode of Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee.
Oh, the frogs want to fight. I guess we fight.
Are you a mouser? Are you an elite baddie? His streak quickly crashing through my veins.
Get you on the rebound.
It's so embarrassing. Don't click that one. Which one? Oh, that's my dude. Sorry, my dude. That's my bad. I would like a selection of turtle powers. I guess I'd rather have more dashes. 3 dashes is kind of nutty. Me and the Uber when they start playing Neutral Milk Hotel. Okay, yeah. Don't click that one. That one is pretty bad. I can't believe your Uber driver asked you what music you listen to, and then you put on Neutral Milk Hotel, which is not even that weird. It's just like it's not that it's that out of pocket. It could be worse, but it's just you're assuming, I would say, maybe like a little too much intimacy with the driver. You should have just put on, I don't even know, man, like some Andrew WK or something. Like, I'm just gonna be honest, if the Uber driver says, what have you been listening to lately? I'm doing a vibe check real quick, but there's like an 80% chance I'm saying Imagine Dragons. Can you chill, man? But I will also say, yes, I'm misrepresenting myself because there's a level of assumed familiarity there that I don't want to necessarily agree to. But I will never click no conversation in the Uber. I would prefer if the driver did not make conversation with me, but they're the ones in the car all day, okay? So if it makes their job easier to make small talk, if that's one of the best parts of the job for them, then I'm doing the small talk. And sometimes you meet some interesting people, man. And interesting has a variety of different possible permutations for sure, but I mean it in all senses of the word. Get out of there. We don't throw our HP away. It's okay to lose HP, we don't throw it. You throw the first 80% of your HP, the last 20% is precious. It is, you're not wrong. It's definitely one of the best ways to meet people who have been abducted by aliens.
What a city circus!
I've come back to life. Okay. I can live with that. I can live with that. Not every run can be as good as the last run. I'm doing my best here.
Seeing stars?
Help me. I do think, and this is not fair at all, but I'm gonna say it anyway because it's my true lived experience. From now on, I'm gonna start lying about my job to Uber drivers. Because the conversation it never isn't uncomfortable after I tell them what I do. I've met some very nice people who also want to be quote-unquote influencers. I'm saying that not to insult them, but to insult what I do. But like the tone of the conversation shifts immediately. I'm gonna start saying like I'm an accountant or a dentist maybe, I don't know. An architect, Costanza style, I don't know. Cause like, I feel bad because I've spent like a lot of Uber rides on the way to like airports giving advice on like how to become a YouTuber. But like all the advice that I give, I'm like, I believe it, but it increases your chances of success like 0.25%. And the best thing you could do to improve your chances of becoming a YouTuber is like build a time machine and go back to like 2010 when 0.01% of the population was doing it. So you could just like make videos and like the next day you're like, whoa, the 500 people watch this one? I mean, we got lots of dashes.
Truly remarkable.
But you know, they are doing you the service of driving you to the airport. So it is, I mean, it's nice to be nice as well. Don't get me wrong. You could say a funny job to work on. No, because then they're going to ask me more specific questions about it. I got to pick something that's like unremarkable. We got to... Oh, now if I say something and someone in chat does it, they're going to feel like so bad. So now I can't even say what I was going to say, man. Garbage man? No, dude, if I was an Uber driver and someone said they were a garbage man, I would talk their ear off. I would deliberately take the long way. I would be like, what's the single biggest thing that annoys you about your job? And you'd probably be like, oh, there's a house in Shaughnessy that like always tries to throw out electronic waste when we can't take electronic waste. And I'd be like, damn, that sounds like a grind, man. I would have so many questions about like for a garbage man. Sincerely. What I was gonna say, and I don't mean this to be rude, is like I'm an admin assistant at like an office. As if I think if you basically implied that your job was basically to like set appointments for the CEO and respond to emails, then they would probably be like, oh, okay, any music you want to listen to, and then they would crank it up. Not being rude, it could be a perfectly good job. I'm just trying to come up with something that kills the conversation instantly. By the way, we're gonna win this run. I personally guarantee it. We have one more resurrection bringing us back to life. So it's definitely not over. Real estate underwriter? I'm starting to think that you guys don't have curious minds. Because if someone got in my car and said, I'm a real estate underwriter, I would be like, I would have so many questions. I would be like, what kind of underwriting do you do? Do you do like insurance underwriting? What are you doing, you know, like are there unique circumstances that you're looking into, like in places like Florida or even places like Vancouver right now? Or are you like a mortgage underwriter? Like what are some surprising, like what's one thing I wouldn't expect if I thought about what would be like a big risk factor or something like that? I'm very curious about, I've said it many times before, I'm very curious about quote-unquote normal jobs because I meet people who work almost exclusively not normal jobs in my line of work.
Come one, come all.
Tell them you're an Uber driver. You guys are, my 2 cents is you are failing the persuasion check. Because wouldn't they just instantly start complaining to you about Like, they would expect you to commiserate with them on everything that they don't like about being an Uber driver.
Long-term investments.
And I would have to just tell up lies. Non-stop.
Bring more scrap. I'll bring more.
Talk about gluttons for
Taxi driver. Now you're talking, man. No, I still think. I don't know, man. I think admin assistant for a business on days where you don't want to talk, I think that's your best option. Okay, you know the tech, man. You try to get them both low before you before you get one to half. Because then you have to deal with less rigmarole in phase 2. Like, I don't want to make up funny lies. Well, I don't know. But if I'm gonna make up a lie, I'll just be like, hey, I'm like a chocolate taster. Then they'd be like, how is that? It seems like a dream job. And I'd be like, it's pretty good, but I'm allergic to chocolate. Like, just start throwing out some crazy stuff. Make their day a little bit more interesting, you know? Did you see the tempo of my damage there? I'm kind of insane with it, man. Can you stop shooting me directly in the face, please? At some point in a roguelike run, you will maybe occasionally come to the realization that you built it wrong. I don't think I've built it in such a way that it gives me a great path to victory, man. I'm doing so little damage. What upgrades did I take? I took all this stuff you guys told me to take, and look at me.
Oh boy, incoming laser discharges. Gotta think ahead.
Get ulted, brother. How many times do you do that per run? In Slay the Spire, I don't know. Lately, like 7 times per video. But in, you know, that game is math. This game is physical execution. So we can make up for a statistical shortfall with superior play and attitude. And then we'll just get a great upgrade after we beat the boss. And before we know it, we're on the moon. Holy cow, that was bad. Get out of there, brother. Holy, I'm done, man! No, I'm not done. Hold, hold, hold. Drag him over here. Dodge into the attack, but don't die. See, this is like, things are very dangerous right there. Then, now that they're gone, down there, come up this way. Take this guy out, at least a little bit. That will be very helpful. How could you? They're 50%, brother. You're at like 10% HP. You gotta lock in. Your friend who's always on 1 HP, but they say they're on 50% HP. Named stuff. Okay. You know the deal. You got 3 dashes? We're chilling. Okay, we're decidedly not chilling. Did he just say Martin Sheen? I swear to you, I heard him say Martin Sheen clear as day. I don't know about this one, guys. The elusive man. I thought that was just his nickname for like half a second. I remembered it's Mass Effect. Oh! Oh, this is not ideal! You should play as the turtle with the bow and arrow. We can't. We don't know how anymore. And then he said Travolta's pants, man. Martin Sheen, Travolta's pants. Okay, it's actually, however unlikely, it's makeable. If I stop glancing. That's bad. Don't look at this message. It's so hard being dumb, man. I swear, I used to be smarter. Not smart necessarily, but smarter for sure. What happened? Daniel, were you playing this today? I think you and me, together, we could do some damage, man. Hopefully you, because I'm not doing any damage right now. Hold, just hold. You get to your ult, and then you drop it, and you kill Rocksteady, and now you just got Bebop. You hit Bernice! It's actually never been this back before. Ooh, that one stung. That stung a little bit. Wow! Come over here, please. Incredible. Incredible play. Get those dashes back. Whoa! That's why you keep your distance. Hold, just hold, man. You're done, bud!
Gotta hand it to Bebop and Rocksteady. They're the...
Alright, now give me a... I can't believe... Is this what the world is like? I killed 2 bosses, I get a single slice of pizza. Look at how much of my green that refilled, man! You might think, oh, it's the Ninja Turtles. How hard could the game be? It's the most intense roguelite I've ever played in my entire life, man! I'm dipping and dodging like Prime Mayweather.
Statistically, the odds are against us right now.
It's okay. Lifesteal?
Of course, when do we ever pay attention to stats?
Lifesteal, please. Multi-hit steal, water damage. Be immune slightly longer. We're multi-hit coded. Let's go for it. There is meta progression. So like we're operating a little bit behind the 8 ball there for sure. I mean, I'll just level with you. I think we've been doing a darn good job. I've been putting my all into this. Yeah, come on. Oh, too bad, you're cooked. Never mind, I'm dead. Oh, man. Alright, let's do some upgrades and then we'll call it.
Definitely hurt me too.
Yeah, no one's been posting ad guy.
That you are enduring a trial of
That's how you know I'm doing well.
and I can offer you blessings inside this trial that will benefit you.
How exactly?
I see that your father has managed to channel dragon coins to your benefit. I can
That's true.
perform a similar feat with dreamer coins.
What's the conversion of dragon coins to dreamer coins?
Wait, do we, fellas?
Oh, but you will, in fact. Allow me to give you some now. You've surely earned them.
Okay. Now what do we do?
She's Tooth Fairy
I have
posting.
imbued my spirit into the tapestry near your father's shrine. Simply bring the coins to me there.
You sure this ain't a trick?
But once you
It does seem a little bit like a scam. Let me guess. I'll send you 50 bucks. All you gotta do is take that 50 bucks as a sign of trust, send me back 1,000, and then I'll double your money. Dreamer coins. 2% chance to draw turtle powers in room rewards.
Don't ask.
I mean, it adds up, man. 100% plus 20% scrap granted by bosses. 2% chance that turtle powers. So let's save some dreamer coins, shall we? And don't forget to use your dragon coins. You should always get the early upgrades, man. Yes, Splinter's Revive actually heals you. That would be beautiful. 4% chance for pizza. Healing pizza's even better. Beautiful. All right, that's going to do it for now. But I'm a noted... I mean, it is a sponsored stream, but I'm a noted TMNT Splintered Fate enjoyer. I enjoyed playing the game with Sibs. I enjoyed playing the game today myself. And I think there's a lot of roguelites out there. But if I may be so bold, in my experience, there's a limited number of co-op roguelites that are actually fun to play together. Some of them, you just feel like you're mashing buttons and moving on to the next section. I really feel like this game actually does a great job of, like, the combat is engaging. Because it's actually difficult. You know? Like, if you get hit early, you're carrying that debt with you for, like, the rest of the run. And the synergies and the way you can build your run out is actually, like, compelling. It's good. I would return to it again. That's why I was asking if Dan played it, because maybe, Dan, we could do some TMNT Splintered Fate enjoyment together to beat the game. Because, like, I think I just need a little push to get me over the top, man. But I don't know if he's still here. Either way, thank you again to Super Evil Megacorp for the sponsorship. It is out now. It was on Switch as of July, and it's still there. It's out on PC now on Steam and the Epic Game Store. Check it out for yourself. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. I'm going to go to the bathroom.